XM 105, Sirius 206. The Opie and Anthony channel. The Ron and Fez show starts right now.
Okay, let's get down to it, Papa.
Buddies, it's the Ron and Fez show, 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Big sports weekend going down and happening as we sit here. Chris Stanley, did you do your sports show?
Oh, yeah, this Saturday.
With
Dave Mack Sports Program, 7 p.m.
A lot of people will say it's just a little podcast and it's just a little weekend program. But the difference with Chris Stanley and Davey Mack is they take it to TV. They take it to the next level. And how did you guys even get the budget to do that, Chris? How did you guys get the budget to start running a television ad campaign? How did that happen?
The ad campaign?
Yeah, where you are on there, I guess some girl's talking to you, and then Davey Mack comes by. How did you get that kind of bread for a podcast?
Yeah.
And let me just, and of course, weekend program. And let me ask another question that's got everybody buzzed.
Sure.
Is the sports program being pushed out of the way for the Watchers? Is the Watchers the future?
The Watchers is just another project, that's all.
No, the Watchers is you do with Davey Mack, and who are the other guys?
That's Roy Schaefer and Sean O.
You do a great job. Let's talk about 127 movies of every different genre, every decade.
Rapid fire.
Within 29 minutes.
Rapid fire.
Well, it is amazing to hear the fact that you, and of course I'm proud of both you and Davey Mack. And now that you guys are running television commercials, I am blown away because most of the shows that I know here, 99.9% of the shows don't get a TV commercial. Now, is this national act that you have?
Trying to go national, yeah.
Really trying to take it national.
Sure.
I will say this. I thought it was fantastic. I thought you, in particular, showed a lot of charisma during this thing.
Thank you.
And it's just really great. I'm going to talk about Rob, why, there's nothing done for, Ron. Oh, we have it up on the IB Wire right now. And it's just one of those things that is going to go viral, but let's get it started. We'll play it here.
Yeah. Okay.
There's,
What vexes thee, mighty Angmar?
Lousy paper plate soaked right through. Oh, I got meat juice on my haunches. I look ridiculous.
Okay. That's great. Here comes Davey Mack.
Get out of my business, Gary.
I think you look really nice.
Okay.
Hefty place.
Fantastic!
Right, well,
so
that's
exciting.
Have you tied that in with Hefty? It's a way of it's the spot inside the spot. Let's take another look at it. By the way, if you guys want to go over to the IB Wire on the interrobang.com, there's Chris Stanley. Very light skin, nice hair.
That's
Plate soaked right through.
passing
I
resemblance.
got meat juice on my haunches. I look ridiculous.
Here comes Davey Mack. The famous Davey Mack laugh.
Get out of my business, Gary.
Now, I know you guys were in character.
Mm-hmm.
Call him Dave. Or Davey Mack. Hefty.
Yes.
I just want to say it again. Just keep this thing running at all times.
Paper plates,
I want it on a 24-hour loop.
Plate soaked right through. Oh, I got meat juice on my haunches. I look ridiculous.
This
Get
is
out of my
fucked up.
business, Gary.
Now, the famous, of course, Dave McDonald laugh that he gets into where he tries to freak you out. It's a fabulous fucking thing. Now, what happened? Were you eating a sandwich and then?
I guess in this commercial, this man dressed as a centaur, was eating a sandwich.
And then here's Davy Mack. I guess he's a knight.
Sure.
Gary?
He's in full gear.
I think you look really nice.
I'm going to go over and read some of the stuff going up on the Interrobang immediately. It looks like, I mean, we didn't put the hit or miss up there because it's a direct hit. There's no way around that. Pep is representing the four-legged LARPers nicely.
I think this was actually in old times. This isn't now LARPing.
Next one says, I mean, there's video proof. If Pepper ever says I'm a human, well, then we know he's a liar. That's true, because that's you in your natural habit. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Get me some of those hefty bags, brother.
I don't have.
Because I would love to have that shit. What exactly are you selling? Is it like a napkin? Does Hefty have a napkin?
Not a centaur. It looks like paper plates. Looks like this is paper plate sales.
I say, so you didn't have the Hefty. And
they're more than just garbage bags, Ron.
All right, Shrekalov says her favorite quote by you is, I have meat juice on my haunches, which, quite frankly, I think sounds a little gay. Now, I remember when Davy Mack and Anthony went to the medieval fair together. Yeah. And then they dressed up, and then they came back, and we were on the air, and they kept talking medieval talk.
Yeah, they came in full gear. Fucking Anthony had a real sword.
All right, only Rorschach is judging the elf chick. Is that your chick?
No, that's not my
Can I ask you one thing about your girlfriend?
Sure.
Is that her real ears?
That's not my girlfriend, and that woman looks like prosthetics.
Do you want to live read some of this shit today as we're moving the show along? You say anything about the hefty paper plates? Now, Fez, didn't they used to make trash bags? I know that you watch a lot of commercials.
Yeah, that was the thing, the really strong trash bags.
When did they get into the paper plate business, Pep?
Just recently, have to expand their product line.
Couple questions.
Yeah.
Stephen Tampa wants to know if those are football pants.
They look like it.
Zell says, what's with the 80s hair?
It's about time for the 80s to come back.
Jimmy from Jersey says, that's a hefty package Pepper is sporting. By package, I mean cock. Let's go back and take a look at your cockiness. I don't see any bulge. But that is your tan. That is a Pepper tan.
Zombie white.
And where do you get those fucking leather hairbands?
Specialty.
Dude, that's fucking rocking for you.
I used to rock a bandana.
And that is the Davy Mack.
This is fucking crazy if this fucking exists. Someone has to be fucking looking in on this. Come on. It's fucking Dave.
It is.
And the centaur's me. This is fucking crazy talk.
What else is really funny? It's the Davy Mack weird laugh that we've all begged him not to do before because it skeeves us.
I would love to have been one of the extras around the cauldron.
Well, you are here if radio is a cauldron.
There's a midget.
I would have had Dave speak more. And here's my other thing. This is your first national commercial, right?
Sure.
You should have been happier. I mean, at the end, you at least should have got a nice, hefty, soak-proof plate.
Well, at the end, I mean, I'm looking like kind of like stoic.
Well, you got meat juice on your haunches. You're never going to look good. A lot of people, here's one from Namer's Lame. Pepper Centaur Hicks looks eerily similar to the singer of Quiet Riot. I think that was Kevin Dubrow or something. Davy Mack laughs like a homo.
Hey.
What's that?
Is he straight?
Well, I don't think that's an insult. And people writing the Alphazito, I don't think that's true. Pepe's been using the Swin I sent him. All right, this one came up. Nice nipple hair, P-Pony. All right, I didn't even notice the nipple hair, but we've got fucking seriously deranged monitors here.
Look, I don't appreciate that.
It's a big one. It's exciting, and it's happening today. People are asking if that's Black Girl in the background.
Nice hat, Earl.
That actually does look a little like Earl. So you feel like somebody's stealing your shit?
This is too goddamn fucking close. They're listening to the Ron and Fez show, listening to the Dave Max Sports program on riotcast.com.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
When paranoia sets in, it's a dangerous thing to feed it.
It's fucking in now. It's fucking this is too goddamn. There's a crazy fucking laughing bearded redhead next to a fucking guy with pale as fuck as a centaur.
How many times have we seen Davey fucking do the tight teeth weird laugh as he throws his head back? I mean, the internet is filled with him doing that face.
Yes.
Filled with it.
Yes. It's just too close to home, man.
And there's Earl in the background just trying to... It looks like he's getting himself some pretzels.
Is that ginger ale?
Ginger ale. That is weird.
I feel like I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone.
How many people want to know how many takes that was?
One.
It's really just a one taker?
Yeah, we're that good. Thank you.
Professionalism. This came up too. Has there ever been a more underutilized dwarf? Dwarf didn't get a lot of work in this.
No.
Next one he might be starring. Road Rash Hicks says, this is fucking awesome. Is that you? Because it also looks like using your baby picture as an avatar.
That's fucking... And that's not me. I'm not a fucking advocate of the Road Rash nickname.
I thought that was something you wanted to get into a little bit.
No, it isn't.
Dude, can I just ask the fucking thing? Why didn't you let us know that this was... Oh, you wanted to surprise us? Well, I'm proud of you. Thanks. And I think it's excellent. Like I would have mentioned your program as well. I wouldn't have just left it all about Hefty. I know that they're putting up a lot of fucking bread for this. That is Earl's back, too.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him chasing the child away.
That's right.
That is so Earl. It's up on the Interabang today. Kyle says, I bet Chris didn't even know anybody was filming a commercial. He normally has meat juice on his haunches.
I don't go to Renaissance fairs, though.
How come you guys didn't go with the fucking suck thing?
Fucking stuff. Sure, he could have started humping the elf.
Eric in Iowa City, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Well, I live in Iowa City, and the new Molly's just opened a few days ago. So yesterday, me and wife and kid went down. I had the Ron Bennington. It's just as great as in Chicago. So congratulations.
Well, congratulations to you and Iowa City on the map now.
Yeah, finally.
With the Molly's. I mean, obviously, Chicago is, always going to be known as Second City. I don't have any problem with Iowa City being called Third City.
Third City.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Or even Third Titty, and try to, tie it all in with that movie that flopped this weekend.
Total Recall.
Total Recall, they said, made the first one look fucking ingenious.
Oh, my God.
Makes me, like that fucking Total Recall movie from the 80s, it looks like they shot it on one big set. The same way that they did Streets of Fire.
Just really
like, you're
shitty.
like, hey, I know this isn't a planet. Because I just see a building that was in the last scene. So, to make that Arnold Schwarzenegger piece of shit.
Yeah, and they've been replaying that one constantly on a bunch of different channels.
Call me, bro.
Not as good as I remember it. But still, I still sat down and watched it.
It's terrible. But it's a terrible movie that you can watch a la Starship Troopers.
Fuck yeah. Same director, actually. Paul Verhoeven.
Boom. We're done.
Hell yeah. But yeah, this next one, or I guess that's not good news for Judge Dredd, which is another fucking remake that they want to come out with.
Judge Dredd's also as bad as you can fucking possibly get, and also used a big giant set.
Hell yeah.
Over and over and over.
Rob Schneider was the sidekick.
The comedic sidekick. A lot of people were asking about your bedazzled headband.
I don't think it's bedazzled. Looks like more like ironwork.
All right. CW from Scranton came up with a good point. That said that these guys are like when Bo and Luke's cousins took over on the Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, come on.
I always like a TV show that they act like we won't know the other person. And when there used to be soap operas, if someone got sick, they would just put somebody in there for like a couple days.
Yeah,
and then no one was supposed to notice.
No, and the part of blah 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 is played by this guy now. Yeah, have him in General Hospital all the time. Watched a lot of that.
And they thought that they could just fucking, but then the regular guy would come back, and nobody would be like, "Hey, you lost some weight since last week."
Don't worry about it.
On the Roseanne program, they brought the daughter in and out a couple times.
Oh yeah. And then they make a reference to it too at some point. I think there was like some weird.
Yeah, they basically just started walking around the studio, following Roseanne with a camera. I mean, they just totally lost their shit. We're running that on Mass this Friday, right?
That's right, Roseanne on Mass.
It's already fucking dated because now she is running for president again. Another party picked her up, and during the Unmasked, I said, they're saying that they're going to be VP with that party. And she's like, no, she's done with them. She's done with the Green Party.
Yeah.
And now I don't know what fucking party she's in. I think it's dubstep. I'm not 100% sure.
Her and Skrillex?
Yeah.
She's on the Peace and Freedom Party.
Thank you, Fezzi. James, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies. So, Iowa City, really? When the fuck is the South going to get tamales? Dude, dessert is the best part of the meal.
I understand that, but you don't consider Iowa City the South.
I know, so I'm wondering when we're getting one down here.
I think of Iowa City as the South. I think of Michigan as the South.
Oh.
I kind of got Wisconsin as the South in the back of my head, Minnesota. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Cletus says, does that centaur like man asses like Peppy? Oh shit!
Yo, you like man asses, you freak.
Who?
Whoever that guy, whoever that commenter. Cletus, you scumbag.
Doesn't really make you a freak.
Why wouldn't it make you a freak if it's...
Maybe 4 legs does.
Wouldn't anything
it's
be
prosthetic.
Freakish if it's out of the norm?
I think it would have to be grotesque.
Oh, I don't think so. Because I saw a woman before in the Village who had freak beauty. And Hicks, you remember that Russian model that we brought in here that was like so beautiful.
It wasn't a human being.
That we didn't even enjoy it. We were just like, ugh, God. It was like someone, if beauty was sugar, then you were forced to eat a pound of it. What was her name?
Irina Shayk.
And then she was like, I like to do all different kinds of things. Please, don't even bother asking me. Fuck yeah, I like modeling. I like putting tits out there, ass out there, pussy out there.
That's right.
It's fun.
Yeah, she's ridiculous.
Hey, you guys got any idea where I could take a shit in this dump?
What?
We were like, you're so beautiful. No, but she really did have that kind of strong, and like, it's one thing to look at her in the pictures.
Oh, in real life, it's totally different.
In real life, it was like too much. It was too much. So yes, I think you could be, I think a freak, like, would you consider Shaq grotesque? I mean, he fucking handles himself, but you would say that Shaq is a freak of nature.
He's tall. He's a giant man.
As long as it's not in the norm. It's not normal. Now, last night, on 60 Minutes, they had a couple different things. One, people who can't recognize faces, even of loved ones. And then two, people that can recognize every single face that they've ever seen in their life.
Photographic memory or even something
even
different.
Beyond that. And I actually used to know a guy like that. He was a comedian. His name was G. David Howard. And he would go on at his club. He might be still doing this down in Florida. And do 4 hours a night on stage by himself.
Holy shit.
Anyone who would walk in there, if they'd been to his club before, he knew them. And then there were people that hadn't been there for 6, 7 years. They would come in, he'd go like this. Oh, it's Pete something, the car salesman, because he had talked to him 7 years ago. He was fucking phenomenal. And still is, by the way. I'm just saying when I saw him do this.
That's crazy.
All right, people are bringing up about your small dick, Pepper. Let's go back and take a look at your commercial, your hefty paper plate commercial.
lousy paper plate soaked right through. Oh, I got meat juice on my haunches. I look ridiculous. Get out of my business, Gary.
I think you look really nice.
Thanks, Elf.
Hefty plates.
And scene. Congratulations to the Davey Max Sports Program.
Thank you.
You guys are on your fucking way, bro.
On our way to getting fucking ripped the fuck off.
Don't even look back at me. Just go. Don't even look back at me.
Well, this isn't us. It's a very freakish coincidence that's going on here.
Second time use freak today. It's up on the iBang, as well as big news from Frankie McDonald, and I believe that's Dave's cousin.
No,
I don't know how those two are related to each other. By the way, when I was setting up the commercial thing, it was really funny watching Pepper shooting up and down, trying to figure out where this bit was going and whether he should be saying yes or no. And that's why Fez doesn't want to be on the commercial. That's why he wants to be in front of the 360, because he doesn't know what the fuck to do when that comes out. And with the 360, it can be totally ignored. Frankie McDonald is giving another one of his weather warnings. Let's take a listen.
Welcome to my show. My name is Frankie McDonald. This episode is Rare Meteor Shower has been issued for the Earth. Attention, citizens of the Earth. Attention, citizens of California. Attention, citizens of West Coast of the United States. Attention, citizens of Western Canada. Attention, citizens of Eastern Canada. There's a rare meteor shower for August the 12th and August the 13th. It's going to happen all over the world. People in the world, have your telescopes ready. When you look at a telescope, then you'll see a rare meteor shower up in the sky. If it's clear out, not cloudy or rainy. Sometime around August the 12th and August the 13th, the rare meteor shower is going to happen on Sunday, August the 12th and Monday, August the 13th during the nighttime. The meteor shower is going to be really rare. Get out your telescopes and look at it. Everybody, take out your telescopes and look at the rare meteor shower, or binoculars as well. Use your telescope to see a lot of meteor shower up in the sky. In Canada and the United States.
All right, let's stop there for a second. Fezzi, you got to have a dead air contest against this guy. Hicks, you got to be ready to pull this.
Okay.
It's a dead air contest. Frankie McDonald versus our own Fezzi. Who you got to win?
On length of how long they can go?
Yeah.
Fez Wandley. I think it's going to crush him.
Is that a good thing?
Do you really have to ask after this many years of radio?
No, I don't.
Let's try to get some DA going right now. Phil the DA. Phil the DA. You should maybe start some of your live reads with attention, people of Earth.
It would get their attention. Of course, I don't have.
That was a long one, man. Yeah, that was a fucking long one.
I think you already fucking housed, Frank.
Woo! I was nervous.
I won't have a meteorite shower to report on. That news is already out there. But it's interesting.
Oh! That was what?
It's 10.
10?
Yeah.
I love it. Let's go over here to Adam in Virginia. You're on Fez.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just wondering, Frankie McDonald has no love for the East Coast. He mentioned California, Western Canada, and Eastern Canada, and we like Chinese food and pizza, and we all have telescopes too. I think this is an opening for Fez to get in on the market.
You're not going to be able to see it from the East Coast to the United States. If anything,
Canada could.
Yeah, but I remember last time something like this happened with Frankie, and I flew my Learjet up to Nova Scotia to see a total eclipse of the sun.
Shit.
Yeah, well, I'm where I should be all the time. And when I'm not, I'm with, like, some underworld spy or the wife of a close friend. A wife of the close friend. Let's go back for a DA contest. It's getting off to a very nice one there before he said what when he saw me starting to talk.
It's interesting how he set. It kind of looks like a Wes Anderson film, the way he sets up his videos. It's very balanced. It's very balanced on both sides of the Frankie.
As opposed to other fucking directors who just have someone in the corner of the screen.
Frankie should be playing some Kinks, too, while he's at it. Be great.
So you're saying because he's somewhat in the center of the screen.
It's like it's symmetrical. There's like a big square thing on one side of him, a big square thing on the other side of him.
All right, one is a window, then you got a bureau, both, and neither one of them actually a square. You got his rock and lava lamp. His lamp, I mean, if you look at it, Fez, the left side of the screen almost completely filled up, the right side of the screen empty.
This was his landline telephone.
Sure, in case everything else fucks up.
Some blank CDs, speaker.
He's still burning CDs. Good.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He's got to get mixtapes out there.
So I don't know if there's any danger in this meteor shower or not.
I always love to. Here's the thing about Fez. When he does go DA, he'll come back with literally another thing of the same place. You know? Yeah. He doesn't move on. He stays with it.
And comes back to it whenever there's a chance.
As if we all went DA for a while. Now he's reading. That's always a bad sign when he starts to read. Turn it upside down, Fezzy. That thing is a crutch. Tony, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ronnie, I was tossing and turning all last night. I had a dream there were clouds in my coffee. I don't know what to do about it.
Clouds in your coffee?
Clouds in my coffee, my friend.
You're so vain. Narczito says, Mayor Hamburger. I guess that's for you, Pep.
Yeah.
I think your girlfriend is beautiful. What's with the ears, though?
It's not my girlfriend. That is an actress in a Hefty commercial with prosthetic ears.
A Hefty / satellite radio commercial.
/ podcast.
Yeah. By the way, the fact that he's still bringing up Wes Anderson lets me know that he's been going to movies.
You saw Moonrise Kingdom?
No, I have not seen
What's
that.
the last Wes Anderson you saw?
That must have been Darjeeling Limited or whatever it was called.
That was a while ago.
Yeah. The symmetrical films of Wes Anderson.
He loves boxes.
Recycles has a problem with your spot. He says, wouldn't the haunches be part of his rear legs? It's a very good point. That is supposed to be the haunches.
Look, I didn't write this fucking segment.
You just read it the way it was done. Here's what I hate about it.
Dude, what's that?
That A, Dave is laughing at you, and B, he steals the scene kind of.
Gotta love that fucking laughing crazy bastard.
Sure. No one says you don't. You guys love each other in a love that can't even be spoken.
Yes, it can. It's friends. It's
Oh,
friendship.
it can't be spoken?
Platonic.
All right. Then let me get rid of my notes.
Well, what was written on there?
Shh, DA. The dead air begins.
I wonder how you sat down with your back legs to actually get a stain on your lap.
Oh, I was standing. This guy was standing up and fucking dropped his sandwich or whatever he was eating.
I don't think centaurs sit down in chairs.
Yeah,
They live their life like horses.
And he didn't.
He's back to that same statement. Same fucking thing.
Well, he didn't drop his sandwich. It leaked through his cheap plate.
He should have been using the hefty plate.
People still blowing up for you. Pep, it's all up on the iBang.
Very suspicious of this commercial.
We all are. Speaking of blowing up, the D.L. Hughley stuff got all over last weekend.
It's fucking awesome.
The A is starting. That air is in. It's reading now. Oh, he turned it upside down. He went from turning it upside down to flipping it back over. Joe. Oops, let me try again. This fucking phone is acting crazy today. Joe, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Mr. Ronnie B., how are you?
I'm very fine today, sir.
Well, happy Monday.
The Happy Mondays. The 24-hour party people.
So every day is a Friday?
Every day. Well, every day is a Monday, but every Monday is a Friday, is what we like to say here at Fridays.
See, Ron, this is why you know everything.
Thanks.
But I wanted to say there was a pretty interesting video that came out, I believe over the weekend. It's already got over 600,000 hits. So some douchebag in a Ferrari getting in as he's getting a ticket in New York City. And, the cop kind of steps in front of him because he's writing the ticket. And the guy tries to drive off. Apparently he tries over his foot. And, hilarity ensues when they drag him out of his car. Apparently the guy is some boyfriend of someone from the Hills or some MTV reality show thing.
Again, it's always funny that we always say douchebag in a Ferrari.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that we're kind of prejudiced against, it's in people in overly expensive cars.
No, I agree. I'd love to own a Ferrari. I'm not saying just 'cause
Then you'd be the douchebag.
Then everyone will think you're a dick.
But he runs over a cop's foot. He's trying to get away from a
It proves that he's a douchebag.
He has a $300,000 car and he doesn't want a $30, $40 parking ticket.
I don't know why you're driving a fucking that.
We don't know what was in the trunk, though, dude. That's the fucking scene.
But if you want, I can give you the link to the website.
Yeah, we'll find it. We'll put it up on the iBang. All right, thanks,
Okay.
dude.
How do I get...
Oops, we lost you. I think it was how you got those in. Always just send it to the editor at the interrobang.com. That's what Chris Stanley is going to be doing right now.
That's right.
The editor at the interrobang.com. Hicks, you've got a story up right now that Steve Wozniak shitting all over the cloud. What's that about?
Okay, well, the cloud is basically where everyone stores their information these days. Whereas you have a Gmail account, they give you like 10 gigs of fucking of space. That's basically a hard drive in a room somewhere in a building that you don't even know where it is.
Okay, so how many people are using this now?
Everyone. If you have a cell phone, you're probably on the cloud. If you have email, you're on the cloud.
No matter who you are.
Yeah, I think it's pretty at this point almost impossible to not be on the cloud, as they call it. That's what the name's been the last few years. That's the
So this is why it becomes, when we say, oh, somebody broke into Scarlett Johansson's phone, they did not break into her phone, they broke into whatever this cloud thing is.
Yeah, basically where the phone company will have your information stored in a server somewhere. That you don't know where it is. It's just just trust them to make sure it's okay.
So what about deleted emails?
There's probably still images of deleted emails in these servers. It's very hard to actually delete something off the internet. Like, say even if you have a hard drive in your own computer, you have to put it in an oven to fucking actually destroy it so that no one can take shit off of it.
So what you're saying is this. Let's suppose 10, 20 years from now, when a presidential candidate would have been around for the entire time that the internet was out, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you yourself, 20 years from now, would be just about 20, 25 years from now would be about the right age to run for president.
Badass, yeah.
Somebody would be able to break in and follow all the stuff that you've ever done throughout your entire life, whether you deleted it or not. You believe that that's possible?
Yeah, definitely. Because these servers are there's security on them, but they're not totally secured. And that's what Steve Wozniak was saying in Washington, D.C. This is what he was saying during this. It was an impromptu speech he gave. I really worry about everything going to the cloud. I think it's going to be horrendous. I think there are going to be a lot of horrible problems in the next 5 years. The more we transfer everything onto the web, the less we're going to have control over it. With the cloud, you don't own anything. You already signed it away. Because technically, it is on Google servers, Microsoft servers, whatever server you're using. That's technically theirs.
Now, other than pictures, right? But we've never had like phone conversation, or let's say a text conversation from 3 years ago come out.
No, I think the way phone companies have it is that they, I've looked back to try to get old texts, and unless they're saved, I think they do disappear. At least that's what phone companies say. I don't know. Because a lot of times, fucking giant text conversations come out.
But let's say email conversations from 5 years from now. They still exist somewhere.
Yeah, they'll still exist somewhere.
So it'd very easily be able to say, Chris Stanley, the presidential guy 25 years ago, hey, we've found some old stuff of his. We're going to release it. Some of this sounds racial. Some of this sounds overly sexual.
Yeah.
Some of this is against everything that he says that he believes in, or he made bad jokes about.
Yep.
We're all fucked.
Yeah, it's scary. And this is where everything's going, to the point where you won't even need fucking memory on your phones or your computers, where it's all just fucking stored somewhere else, and then you can access it from your phone or your computer because it's not anywhere. It's in the fucking cloud.
If someone could make a software program that actually did get rid of stuff, they'd be rich.
Well, the thing is, it isn't a matter of a software program anymore, because the software program would work on your computer at home. What Chris is saying is this has nothing to do with your computer. It's out there.
Yeah, because all this shit's stored.
So that's the fucking problem with it. It whatever you feel like, oh, I've deleted it. Because we've all deleted whatever. Computers that we've had fucking, 10 years ago, we feel like, oh, well, that's gone. Oh, shit, I lost my information. But what you're saying, if somebody has the correct skills...
Yeah.
And they could run down that information.
It's not the easiest thing in the world. That's why, if you do lose shit, they'll say, yeah, it's gone. You can't do anything about it.
But that's the kind of stuff that could blackmail any politician or CEO or somebody high in a religious group. Anything where their embarrassing personal life could hurt them. Basically, everybody but Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen, he doesn't give a shit what he ever said. We're going to have to vote for Charlie Sheen. Because
it's out there.
Yeah, we know that nobody can ever fuck with him. Let's go over here to Keith in Connecticut. You're on the Run of Fez show.
They don't get rid of the text messages either. They tell you that over the phone. But a friend of mine's going through a divorce, and they pulled up full text messages from 4 years ago, word for word. He was talking to a girl, and he got caught out.
Tell me you're fucking kidding me.
I'm not kidding you. He's going through a divorce right now. And
who has the fucking right to do that? Who has the right to say, I mean, let's face it, this is between him and his wife, but some government fucking person has to okay the fact that you go back 4 years ago. This isn't like a murder case. This is two people in a relationship. Quite frankly, their lives have nothing to do with the rest of us.
That's fucking scary.
We're getting to the point where I think that the future of the planet is that they're just going to think of us as having one brain, just one bit of consciousness.
The hive mind.
And we're a hive-minded motherfuckers. And we are all privy to any information that's in the hive mind. I'm coming up with a sci-fi book. If you want to in on it, Centaur.
All right.
Here's what I call it.
Yeah.
The high five. First, it's going to be give me a high five.
All right.
For the high five mind. And it's just going to be, the name of the book is Future Gonna Fuck You Up. Because I'm trying to get some street cred, too.
Sounds pretty good.
So the name of my book is going to be Future Gonna Fuck You Up. All right. I'm looking at a text right now from my agent.
Oh, no.
There's already some interest from Hollywood.
What?
I'm writing back to him, if I don't get a video game with this too, you're fired. And then P.S. What is your name anyway?
You're really gonna kibosh the whole thing if there's no video game tie-in?
Did you see Blade Runner? You Blade Runner!
Yes,
well,
I did.
The angle here is it's going to be kind of that kind of detective, almost like a throwback detective.
Like a film noir type jam?
Yeah, exactly. Like a Bogart type, but in the future.
Okay.
His name is D.A. Watley. And what he does is that he asks the question, and he throws some dead air out there until the other person just cracks and just yells shit out.
Just lets it hang.
Yeah. And I'm also going to put that if the movie doesn't take place in North Korea, we're not doing it.
Wow, the future's North Korea?
Yeah, fuck yeah, the future's North Korea. They got everything over there.
I thought they only have starvation.
These Olympic guys, if they do well, they come back as heroes. If not, they get put in jail.
Forced labor camps and shit.
Which I love the idea of.
I don't know. That's a bit fucking rough.
By the way, and I hate to jinx Mitt Romney, but this Olympics is really beautiful and is going great. And I hope for Mitt's sake something bad happens. But as of right now, it really is coming off nice. That stuff that they finally got around to showing last night with Hussein Bolt and all.
Oh, yeah.
They just look fantastic.
That was good shit. And Robot Legs was running. Did you see him over the weekend?
It's not a robot.
Or, well, spring legs?
Spark plug legs, basically. But there is no robotics to that. There's nothing computerized. It's not smart. It's dumb. They go. This thing had to be dumb.
Okay.
It can't even act like a muscle. These are just little springs on the end of his legs.
He fucking gets around them shits. Like, who's just fucking walking around? That guy's fucking great.
Let me tell you, not only that, but they showed some of the people working on this who have kind of more robotic legs. You know, that they have legs and ankles and feet with not only moving parts, but sensors. So basically, without, like, these are thinking things. And I was saying this to my kids. I'm like, I think over the course of my lifetime, we went from wooden leg to robotic legs. Like, I remember being a kid, and there were, like, World War II veterans that had missing legs or whatever. And I think that it didn't even bend.
Holy shit.
That they had to figure out a place to put their leg up when they sat down.
That's fucking crazy.
That there wasn't even like a bendable knee. Of course, there was no reason, for that at the time. So we're making pretty incredible progress to where these guys don't even need a cane, nothing.
Yeah.
They're running, they're playing basketball. It's phenomenal.
It really, it was just like before he like raced, just watching this guy bounce around and being totally comfortable as if he had fucking legs. And it was cut off like right below the knee. It was fucking crazy to watch.
Here's the thing that weirds me out, I think, by the future. You can bank on this. And I want you to pick like a weird year, like 2050.
All right.
I think that there's going to be books and movies based on other people's emails. I think that people are going to spend time really looking over email stuff and saying, this is so tragic, or this is so romantic, or this is so fucking funny.
It makes sense. There's no letters anymore.
And then finally, there'll just be a thing where we suck all the juice out of Chris Stanley's brain and we show it up on a fucking screen. And we're like, there he is. We're just watching everything. Look, he's masturbating again to fucking tentacle porn. What a pathetic fucking weirdo.
Hey, don't you judge me.
He just met a girl. Uh-oh, a bully came around and he backed down. Look, he's running. Anything that's yours will become part of the hive brain.
That's fucking scary.
In those email movies, they'll have the scene where the guy is sitting there at a computer like we have now from old days where the man is sitting there with a quill and you're watching that scene. It'll look that antiquated.
Well, yes, because it will be the future and we'll have new technology. Fez is completely right about that.
This looks crazy. Steve Jobs with the original Macintosh.
It look like shit.
It's really terrible.
The fucking 80s computers aren't even computers to us. That looks like quills.
This fucking phone is fucking 1,000 times more powerful than a computer.
Sean, Pittsburgh, you're on Fez.
Hey, did you guys notice during the coverage last night, for inexplicably, I don't know what they were doing, but they showed like a half an hour James Bond feature on like all the spy gadgets, and then followed that was a commercial for a James Bond commercial. I mean, it was unbelievable. The new movie, I think it was.
Skyfall.
Yeah, they showed this long Ian Fleming thing, and I'm like, finally, like, I'm turning this the fuck off.
Yeah.
Because we could have been watching non-American sports. Maybe some of us would like to see sports that the Americans aren't necessarily dominating in, but they don't seem like they care about that. But they will show us a long commercial for James Bond.
Yeah, I'm trying to be too cynical, but I mean, it was embarrassing, I thought, for NBC. It was terrible.
NBC has decided to turn the entire Olympics into the Today Show. And after that last night, you come back with fucking Ryan Seacrest, who's showing us who's doing well on Facebook and Twitter. And the Jamaicans have more people that have friended them on their Facebook that would fill 58 different stadiums.
Great.
I'm like, why is this something anyone gives a fuck about?
They have a big online presence, and that's good. People like the Jamaicans. It's crazy. This is just filled with crazy bullshit. Instead of actually putting the sports on that are happening, they have to find things to fill time with. Well, they don't have to.
They don't.
They
have to.
They have all this fucking ridiculous amount of sport going on.
Every time I turn it on over there, they're eating some kind of food, as if that's the story.
It's crazy.
They melt cheese. Okay, that's great. How come you haven't put on the fucking diving competition yet? Oh, we're saving that for later. Like last night, I sat down and I'm like, let me guess how close, I put it on at fucking 7 o'clock as we got into the hour that was, or a half hour, I guess, that was dedicated to Michael Phelps because Lord knows we don't know shit about that kid. So we really needed to go in depth with him. And then I'm going, I wonder how long I'm going to have to wait to see the Usain Bolt race that's already been won. 4 fucking hours.
Yeah. Horrible.
4 hours for a 9.5-second race. Which, by the way, is the jewel of the entire fucking Olympics. I'm sorry. The 100 meters is the shit.
Fastest man on earth.
Fastest human. Jamaicans, of course, win. Now, by the way, we had something up really sweet, too, on the iBang, and NBC has already had it yanked off the internet. But it was Usain Bolt, some Spanish chick, was asking him questions, and as it's back up again?
Yeah.
Good. As some Spanish chick is asking him questions, and he shushes her so he could turn around and show respect to the American national anthem. And I'm like, man, motherfuckers in our country don't even do that.
No, that was fucking, honestly surprising, sadly.
I know. Just to see a little bit of reverence.
Classy move, Hussein. Shit.
All right, Eastside Dave said that WB Mason also used me and Pepper for one of those commercials via a time machine. And there is Pepper and Dave.
Yeah, we're getting fucked here. Unbelievable.
That is fucking great.
How often does a long-haired guy, black-haired, hang out with a fucking redhead? How often does that happen?
It's a rare thing. Normally, in real life, you guys would be fighting.
Yeah.
You would be enemies.
Thank you.
You would run at each other with axes and try to kill. This is why, and in the bottom of my heart, I honestly believe the Watchers has a chance.
It's the Watchers, baby.
Now, Dave sent it to me. I gave it a listen. I sent back then my I'm going to play the PD on this and just give some ideas.
Yeah.
They were all fucking brilliant because the show is there. Just that one of you, I'm not going to bring you up, Pepper, because it doesn't matter who.
Okay.
One of you is completely slurry.
All right.
And and sometimes just seems like makes barking noises rather than speaking.
Well, that can't be me because I'm always very articulate. So thank you for bringing
I will
that up.
give you a hint.
Yeah.
They have centaur blood.
And there's a rumor going around that I have centaur blood, so it's me you're talking about.
I like the Watchers, but you guys haven't totally committed it as a weekly thing?
Not yet. It was just a tryout. It'll be coming more regular.
And you're keeping it totally separate from the sports stuff.
Totally separate from the sports stuff on SiriusXM and on Riotcast.com. Totally separate.
Riotcast?
Riotcast.com is where you can find the
I
podcast.
haven't even heard such a thing.
Yeah, podcast network.
Is there actually riots there?
No riots. Good time though.
I got an idea for a podcast.
What's that?
And it's basically called Enjoy the Dead Air.
Enjoy DA.
It's a half an hour.
Yeah.
And then thrown out is a couple of dozen words at different points. But everything that's said, because you have time to meditate in between, becomes like totally heavy.
All right.
So it's like peace. And then a long fucking time after that.
Is there like music underneath it or?
No, that's fucking stupid. Then it's not dead air, then it's music.
All right.
Come on, dude. This is what fucked up the Watchers. It's the feedback that, I mean, if you're going to give feedback, helpful.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We're building a sandcastle. We're not tearing it down. You're going to get your chance to kick it, but wait until I get it all fucking, done up nice.
I don't want to destroy the sandcastle.
And yet you do.
No.
Hold on, I just got an idea for your book.
All right, what's that?
Destroying Sandcastles and Brain Chromosomes. The Chris Stanley story.
It's a pretty cool fucking name for a book.
Let's go over to Gary. Gary, you're on the Renfest show.
Oh, yeah, Ronnie, I was watching the vault last night, the women's gymnastics, and I forget the girl's name, but all they kept running was all these pieces on how this girl's a machine, and everybody else can just pack it in because nobody stands a chance, and the whole bit, and they showed her doing her warm-ups, and by the end, I was rooting against her. I was rooting against the USA because I was sick of this. And sure enough, she falls on her ass on her second vault and loses.
All right, this is an old reality show thing because basically they wanted to build up somebody. Now, if she would have won, they would have acted like she didn't stand a chance, okay?
Right.
So just like if you're watching Survivor, Big Brother, when they point at somebody and everybody who's in the house is going, yeah, Pepper's getting fucking voted off. Fuck Pepper, it's time for him to go. That means Fez is getting voted off. That's the way that they work. Or no one will ever vote off Pepper. He's the coolest.
Yeah.
That's the kiss of death. So they're running packages saying to you, this girl doesn't stand a chance of losing, except for they knew that she already came in second.
Yeah.
They knew
And
it while they're running it.
Yeah, that's true. And she also made her difficult vault, but screwed up the easy one.
Now, the weird thing there, too, did you notice that they did like a little photo shoot with her that kind of sexualized her a little bit? And like we're always telling people, oh, remember, they're little girls, don't sexualize the gymnast. And then they just had her doing all kind of pouty Lolita faces. We're not even in the gym anymore.
Oh, no.
Her hair's combed down in her face.
And
I'm like,
funny thing, the
careful,
face
kids.
Pictures, the face pictures made it look like the most MMA things, where, this guy is up against that one, and,
Yeah.
they're facing sideways, and then they turn towards the camera.
Yeah,
I was disgusted by the time it was over with.
It's 100% showbiz. It's just show business. The sport has fucked itself over, but it's working right now. But I think at a certain point, everybody is going to get sick of the way that we do sports. They call it journalism, but it's just really hype. It's like if Don King was actually promoting, doing the play-by-play, putting together the music and the packages, and judging.
That'd be great.
I guess everybody looked down and said, hey, Vince McMahon gave people a product that they knew was fake, and they were okay with it. I mean, when wrestling started, it was like, let's fake something and make it look real. What we try to do now is take something that's real and make it even look fake because we want a dramatic arc to it. And I don't blame them because they're just greedy money fucking grubbers. I blame us. We're the ones who buy into it.
Everything needs a storyline.
Yeah.
And they love it. Even if the slightest bit of any sort of drama happens, they just go lose their shit. And that's all they can talk about.
Well, when they do an individual package, they act like that athlete is the only one that has trained. Like every athlete hasn't gone through the exact same thing of getting up at 5 a.m.
Look who it is. You know, right now America has fallen in love with a young girl named Gabby Douglas. I know how she did in today's events, but I'm not going to.
Spy report. Spy report.
Because I don't want to spoil alert. And here is the proud father, Black Girl II. Hey, Black Girl.
Buddies.
Hey.
I was just telling that the thing that's been kind of driving me crazy over the last couple of days, this poor kid, Gabby, she's not poor anymore, Gabby Douglas, puts on an amazing performance.
Well, when she won the all-around, it was just phenomenal.
It was. I don't follow gymnastics at all. I saw it was extraordinary, incredible story. And all I could read about was her freaking hair, about how her hair looked.
Well, it's a very weird thing. Number one, I kind of, with Gabby, I think we're already past the point that we've got to act like, hey, an African American is doing this, or you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I think we get it now, no matter who it is. And I kind of feel like there's a whole generation of kids that doesn't matter about. But here's the weird thing, Earl. With the stuff about her hair, is that coming from black people complaining?
Black women.
I don't think white women are complaining about it, right?
No, not at all. It's these trifling hens who never did nothing, never will do nothing, and because black women in hair is a big deal. It still is. I mean, I know this because I grew up in a house full of women, and it was always a big deal. And it still is a big deal.
Now, is it because her hair is kind of natural here?
Yeah, I mean, it's pulled back. I mean, she used a little gel, I think. I don't know nothing about hair. I don't have any, but the fact that it was just pulled back and it was nothing, quote unquote, done to it to make it more, allegedly more presentable. I was like, who cares? Well, like, can you do what she did on the balance beam or what she did? Just the flips and the leaps alone.
Yeah, but no matter who you are in athletics, you can't spend too much time on your hair while it's happening. I mean, obviously she can't have extensions. She's now. By the way, here's interesting. Go back and look at Nadia Comaneci's hair from 1972. If you look at it when she was out there, look at any of the stuff when she's performing, it's pulled back in two little ponytails. Basically, it looks like she didn't wash it that day because she's an athlete. The last thing she wants to do is get up and start thinking about her hair.
Yeah, I mean, and remember, the hair thing is that's a whole day anyway.
I don't know a lot about black women's hair. I know that Chris Rock did the documentary on it, and I only saw the trailer, and some woman actually flew across the country to have her hair done by the right person.
No, my sister has a business. That's all. That's her business. It does very well. She has an office in Midtown Manhattan.
Why don't you go work for her, Earl?
Nah, not me.
Why not?
No, but I mean, but the thing is, like, this is one of the most incredible Olympic performances of all time, and all I can do is crap on her hair.
Yeah, I don't even I mean, it's out of any comprehension level that I have because I didn't even notice it. It just looked like it was pulled back in a way of saying, I'm trying to get my hair out of my face.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, and all of the gymnasts basically have their hair back.
Right.
I guess it's, it's hard to do like that running flip when, you're trying to blow hair out of your face.
I'll tell you, to me, when hair peaked for black people, and that was the fro, and they never should have gotten rid of it. The Oscar
Gamble?
Yeah. Oscar Gamble looked fucking great.
So it was the Baked McBride.
Baked McBride was fucking fantastic. His hat never stayed on.
the hair would pop out of the little ear flap.
I think he even used to pin his hat into his hair. But I thought he looked terrific.
Yeah, when Oscar Gamble went to the Yankees, he had to get a haircut because they have hair rules.
Oh, yeah.
And he shortened it, and they said the haircut cost $75. That's how long it took to cut it down.
No way. So black women are mad at her because her hair wasn't done up.
And I'm like, he's like, are you joking? Like, can any of these freaking heifers even do a backflip?
How long do they sit in that chair to get their hair done?
Hours.
See, if I'm in a fucking chair for like 5 minutes, I'd rather have it shaved than fucking sit there and deal with it. I got to be in and out anytime I get a haircut.
I mean, I'm telling you, it's an all-day process. It's ridiculous.
Well, some people were saying that the clips she put in her hair were tacky.
But doesn't it look like every other gymnast's hair? Everybody pulls it back on the USA team.
That's a good point. We didn't bring that up, but this is exactly the same. It's the same exact hair as everybody else, but it's only black people that have a problem with this. Let's go over here to John. John, you're on Run Fez.
Yeah, I see big endorsement dollars for Gabby Douglas with the product Soul Glow.
I don't, I mean, to me, this kid is, every little girl in America already loves her.
Yeah, this is the, we always, you're talking about the whole, press, the NBC, they're trying to fabricate and trying to make more. This is the quintessential Olympic story.
Yeah, all you got to do is just leave it alone. You don't even need to hype this. She's the all-around champion.
I mean, I think she's already signed a deal with Kellogg's. I mean, I think she's going to be on the Wheaties box and the Cornflakes box. I mean, this is the story. I mean, this is a great, and like they're caring about the clip.
Earl, you should try to date her.
Yeah, get in that, Earl.
No.
It's weird.
Why not, man?
She's young. A lot of money now.
She's underage.
Both her and the swimmer's parents are in bankruptcy pushing their kids this far.
Yeah.
They actually had to, it took so long they had to get into bankruptcy.
The mom, fucking went like $100,000 in debt or some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Douglas.
And then the mom of the swimmer said, I'm not taking any of my son's money. I'm like, why not? You fucking pushed him all this way.
Yeah, you got him there, lady.
Take a taste for yourself. I ain't saying fucking empty his pockets.
Get paid. They also called her a chicken head on Twitter. That's just saying she sucks a lot of dick.
But here's the thing. Why does the Twitter thing come out as if it matters?
People love it.
If we lived in a world before Twitter, nobody would say anything about her hair. It would just be people gossiping somewhere. The fact that it gets thrown out there. And Fez, what was your point?
That her hair is the same style as any other gymnast.
Let's go over here to William. William, you're on the Run of Fez show.